What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video. This is gonna be What If Deku Was Saitama's Son Part 3. Now play the intro.
I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Before we start, I want to thank you all for the support you gave me on my last couple of videos, and I hope you enjoy this one. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna do a quick recap to the last part. So Deku and Bakugo were attacked by the sludge villain. Deku easily takes it down and All Might appears. Deku and Bakugo then follow All Might after he leaves them, and they see his small might form. All Might proceeds to give Bakugo All for One, and he can use 13% of full cowling before the UA entrance exam. In the UA entrance exams, Deku gets first place with Bakugo in second. Aizawa is their homeroom teacher, and they have the quirk assessment test. Deku gets first place and Mineta is expelled. So the next day in school, there's a hero versus villain exercise. For the first match, it's Bakugo and Ida against Deku and Uraraka. Uraraka is really happy about this and wants to show Deku how strong she is. Deku asks her, "Do you want to fight someone or should I take them both down?" Uraraka says, "No, I want to help you." So they go together, and Bakugo knows that it's impossible to defeat Deku, but he's gonna try. So he tries to sneak attack Deku, but Deku's ready for this, and he just pushes Bakugo, and Bakugo is out cold. Deku right now wants to do this as fast as possible, but he also wants Uraraka to do something, so he punches above him and creates a hole. He tells Uraraka to get ready. He throws her to the floor where the bomb is and jumps right after her. He tells her, "It's your turn. Now get the bomb." Deku can easily get the bomb since he's so many times faster than a Respiro Burst, but he wants Uraraka to have a chance to do something. So she gets the bomb just like in the original, and then Deku and Uraraka high five, and they go back to watch the next fights. All the girls tell Uraraka that she's so lucky to be with Deku, and everything goes the same. A couple of days later, Aizawa tells the students about the USJ, and they go there. Aizawa and 13 are explaining to the students about the USJ, but then a portal opens up and many villains come out of it. Aizawa tells 13 to take care of the students. He tells Deku, "I know how powerful you are, so the students are in your hands." Deku's touched by this, and it's the first time he feels this much responsibility. He feels responsible for someone's life, so he's like frozen from how sudden this was. The portal comes and separates all the students. Deku ends up in the shipwreck zone, so Deku feels ashamed of himself, but he's not giving up now. So he throws Asui to land and takes out the villains. He goes to every place in the USJ where students are and takes out all the villains there. After gathering up all the students, which it didn't take long thanks to his speed and strength, Deku arrives just as 13 is about to get sucked into her own black hole. But then Deku jumps and punches the portal, and it was shattered to pieces. Shigaraki sees this and commands the Nomu to attack the kid, which is Deku, while he takes care of Aizawa. Deku charges at the Nomu and flicks his finger, and the Nomu is now on the ground with a giant hole in its stomach. Shigaraki sees this and is enraged. He tries to attack Deku, but suddenly a black rap gate sucks him up. They don't know who this is, but this is one of One For All's quirks. This quirk is shown when All Might fights him. Deku is annoyed because he couldn't get the villain that hurt Aizawa's elbow. He noticed that something was strange though. All the villains were trying to get to where Uraraka was, and he remembered that time when the robot was trying to pick her up. He reports this to the principal, and he also tells the principal the gnome was probably stronger than All Might. The principal decides to tell Deku that they noticed many weird things happening around Ochaku, and a few days ago there was a kidnapping attempt. Luckily there was heroes nearby, and they were able to save her. The principal asks Deku, "Can you keep an eye on her?" Deku says sure, and the next day they go to class, and Aizawa then enters the room and everybody settles down, and he tells them about the UA Sports Festival and how they can show their powers to all the pros out there. Some heroes already know about Deku, but no one really knows where he is and his whereabouts, and some people even think the video is fake. So Deku wants to show the world how strong he really is. He's really pumped up for this. At the end of the day, all the other classes go to class 1A since they pose the biggest threat. They wanna check them out to see how strong they are. When they come, Deku just tells them to get lost. None of them listen, so he just asks his classmates, do the classmates want him to get rid of the other students? Most of his classmates tell him, yeah, get rid of them. So he just pushes them away until all his classmates pass through the door. Then Uraraka and him go home. Uraraka is curious about Deku's strength, but he's hesitant to tell her. But he tells her anyways. The next day is the UA Sports Festival. They're about to begin the first round. President Mike says go, and as they are about to start, Deku jumps right to the finish line. President Mike says go, and he goes crazy. He asks Aizawa, "He's in your class, right? That kid? What an amazing quirk he has. Is it super jump? 'Cause that was amazing." Aizawa tells President Mike he's quirkless. President Mike is quiet for a moment, and then he goes crazy. "What? How is that possible? He jumped and made a giant hole in the ground and blew all the students away. How did he do that?" All the pros are shocked that Deku's quirkless. Bakugo and Uraraka are the first to react because Deku warned them. So Deku gets first place by a mile. And Bakugo gets second place by a lot since he has 15% of full cowling. By the way, I forgot to say this, but Bakugo goes to Deku's house every day to train. So Deku and Bakugo are best friends. Okay, so next is the cavalry battle. The teams are the same as in the original because Bakugo wants people to see him. Because if he's on Deku's team, people will only look at Deku. This time, it's Team Uraraka, not Team Deku. Deku just stays still and everybody goes for him. He easily dodges them, and Bakugo tries going for him, but then Monoma, the copy quirk kid, starts annoying him, so he just attacks Monoma. The copy quirk kid copies Bakugo's quirk, but Bakugo then uses full cowling and his explosions are boosted. Bakugo easily destroys the kid and takes his points. When they're finished, time runs out. Same teams pass like in the original, and now it's the final round. Ojiro warned Deku about his opponent's mind-controlling quirk, so right off the bat, Deku just does his side-to-side jumps and creates infinite after images. All the pros are stumped by this, and Deku just wins the match due to his opponent being pushed out. All the other matches go the same until it's Bakugo versus Uraraka. Bakugo is a close friend of Uraraka since she hangs out with Deku, and Bakugo is a really close friend with Deku, so he doesn't want to take her out quickly. He wants her to show the pros how strong she is. At the beginning, he isn't using One For All, but when she starts making rocks float and all the rocks are about to come down on him, he uses One For All to amp his explosions. All the rocks are absolutely destroyed. This time, after winning, Bakugo helps Uraraka up and takes her to Recovery Girl. everybody starts cheering for Bakugo and Uraraka because even though Uraraka lost, she did amazing and Bakugo had good sportsmanship. Next, it's Deku versus Todoroki. Todoroki tells Deku that he's gonna beat him only using his ice side. Todoroki tells Deku this while doubting himself since he saw how strong Deku is. Deku gives him like the talk no jutsu and the speech about how everyone is using all their power and he's just using half. Then Todoroki uses his fire side, but Deku just flicks his finger and there's a giant explosion. Deku's just standing there with his finger flicked and Todoroki is unconscious and out of bounds. And now it's Bakugo versus Kirishima. The match goes almost the same except the match ends really quickly because Bakugo's explosions are enhanced by One For All. By the way, I'm only telling you Bakugo and Deku's matches because they're the only ones that are getting affected. Okay, so now it's Deku versus Ida. Ida thinks his only chance of winning is by using her Spiral Burst, so he activates it from the start. Deku easily dodges this, and then when another kick comes at Deku, he just catches Ida's foot and tosses it out of bounds. Bakugo easily wins his fight against Tokuyami, just like in the original. Now it's Bakugo versus Deku. Bakugo decides to go all out from the beginning, so he shoots a giant explosion, bigger than the one that destroyed all the rocks in his fight against Uraraka. Deku is unscathed by this and tells Bakugo, "Throw a stronger one. Show people who you really are." He says this and Bakugo throws an explosion so strong that it blows away many of the people watching, but the pros are barely able to catch them. Everybody looks at Deku to see what happened, but there's a giant smoke screen. They think he's dead, but he jumps out of the smoke to Bakugo's direction, who is falling to the ground unconscious because of how much energy he used. Deku runs and catches Bakugo before he hits the ground. When the smoke clears, everybody goes crazy, clapping and screaming and whistling, knowing that these two are going to become the greatest heroes the world has ever seen. So the winner of the sports festival is Deku.